Hello students, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video we will be talking about what are genes, DNA, chromatin and chromosome, and how are these things related and when do we use which term. Okay, so let's get started. So let's start with the first word, and that is genes. Now what are genes? Understand the students. Let's take a DNA fragment. Okay, before that let me tell you what genes are. Genes are your, basically they are called as the functional, just a minute, so they are called as the functional segments of DNA. Okay, so basically genes are found inside the DNA. Now if you look at a double helix structure of a DNA, okay, now say this is your DNA. Okay, so it's a double helical structure like this. Now each DNA double helical structure will have a particular segment like this. Now this segment will code for a specific gene. Okay, specific gene, and this gene in turn will give you a specific protein, and that specific protein will be used for the production of a certain thing in your body. Okay, so each gene carries a information regarding something about your body. So it could be about your height, it could be about your color, it could be about your eyes color, it could be about your hair color, hair texture, or your body type, or your skeletal type. All the information that is carried in your body, ultimately where is it fed or where is it present? It's present in the genes. Okay, so genes are nothing but functional segments of DNA which are like this. So each DNA will have multiple segments, and each segment is responsible to carry certain information inside them. It could be about anything. So the entire human body as we know today, okay, why is it so? The way we look at it, why do we have one head, two arms, two legs, 10 fingers, 10 digits? Why our functions are in a certain way? Why do we look human? Why everything? It is because it is, the information is such present in our genes. Okay, now like I said, genes are present inside the DNA. Okay, so your DNA is nothing but deoxyribose nucleic acid. Deoxyribose nucleic acid. Okay, DNA, as we know, it is a double helical structure which has two strands coiled around each other. Okay, so your genes are present inside the DNA, that is double helical structure. Now how is this gene present? We all know where is the the DNA is present inside the nucleus of the cell, right? So the DNA is present inside the nucleus of the cell. Now how is this DNA present? In what form is it present? Let's understand that. So under normal condition, this DNA segment will coil around a protein called as a histone protein. Okay, and this together will form a thread-like structure. Thread-like structure. So the DNA along with the protein will form a thread-like structure which is called as the chromatin. Okay, so the DNA is present inside the nucleus in the form of chromatin, which is a tangled mass of thread. Okay, which is scattered inside the nucleus. So this is how the DNA is present inside the nucleus in the form of chromatin. Now imagine this particular cell has to undergo cell division. Okay, now the cell has to undergo cell division. Now what will happen? This chromatin will further condense itself. Will further condense and get compact to form a rod-like structure. Rod-like structure, which is called as the chromosome. So your chromosomes look something like this. Okay, so the chromosome looks like it's a rod-like structure. So this rod-like structure is produced what? After the condensation of chromatin at the time of cell division. Okay. Now, once the cell division is done, it's completed, and now the cell goes back into the resting phase. So now this chromosome will again revert back into chromatin. So the chromatin and the chromosome, they interchange among each other depending upon whether or not the cell is undergoing division. So whenever there is cell division, chromosomes will be formed, and after the cell division, it will again go back to its chromatin network, that is thread-like mass. Okay, so this is the relationship between genes, DNA, chromatin, and chromosome. So genes are the functional segments of DNA which is present inside the DNA. DNA on the other hand is a genetic material, okay, because it contains genes. So DNA along with the proteins will coil together, condense together to form a thread-like mass called as the chromatin, which is present inside the nucleus of the cell. Okay, so at the time of cell division, chromatin will further condense and compact itself to form a rod-like structure called as the chromosome. And once the cell division is done, completed, and the cell goes back into the resting phase, this chromosome will again decondense itself, basically open up itself and convert itself into the normal tangle-like mass or thread-like structure called as the chromatin. So I hope everybody is clear about the relationship between these four words: genes, DNA, chromatin, and chromosome. So do subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. I will be uploading such videos over the time every day. Okay, so tune in and be informed. So till then, students, take good care of yourselves, study well, play well, and have a good time. Bye everyone, see you next time.